Hello dear students, welcome back to physics online session. We have been discussing about that specific heat capacity concept. So already we know that mean of that specific heat capacity. So just I will recall that definition. For example, I will take one object here. Let mass of the object is 1 kg here, right? For example, initial temperature of this body is 5 degrees Celsius. I want to increase its temperature from that 5 degrees Celsius to 6 degrees Celsius. In order to increase the temperature from that 5 degrees Celsius to 6 degrees Celsius, what suppose I have to do? Means I have to supply certain amount of heat here. Now, how much amount of heat is required in order to raise the temperature of the body from 5 degrees Celsius to 6 degrees Celsius, I need to find out here. So from this example, I can able to define the concept of specific heat capacity. So how will you define it? The amount of heat required to raise the temperature of, so look at here, amount of heat required to rise the temperature of unit mass of the substance. Remember one word here, unit mass of the substance through 1 degree Celsius or 1 Kelvin, we can call it as specific heat capacity. So how will you define the concept of specific heat capacity here? Amount of heat required to rise the temperature of unit mass of the substance through 1 degree Celsius or 1 Kelvin, I can call it as specific heat capacity, right? Now we can understand that one more term, that is heat capacity or thermal capacity. I need to understand that one more term here, that is heat capacity or thermal capacity. Heat capacity. Heat capacity H, or one more term we can consider, that is heat capacity, or also this we can call it as thermal capacity. Thermal capacity. What do you mean by that heat capacity or thermal capacity? For example, different substances having different capacity to absorb the heat. ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ವಸ್ತುಗಳು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾವ್ರಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ? ಸೊ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ತರನಾದಂತಹ ಹೀಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ಅಬ್ಸಾರ್ಬ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುವಂತಹ ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟಿನ ಒಳಗೊಂಡಿರುತ್ತೆ. Now I have to understand what's the mean of heat capacity or thermal capacity here. So heat capacity or thermal capacity means, in generally I can say that the amount of heat required or the quantity of heat required by the body to rise its temperature through 1 degree. ಅಥವಾ ನಾನು ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಆ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟಿನ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ 1 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಸೆಲ್ಸಿಯಸ್ ಅಥವಾ 1 ಕೆಲ್ವಿನ್ ರೈಸ್ ಆಗಬೇಕಾದಾಗ್ರಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಹೀಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಪ್ರೊವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಅದನ್ನ ನಾನು ಏನಂತ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ? ಹೀಟ್ ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟಿ ಆರ್ ಥರ್ಮಲ್ ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟಿ ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್. ದ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಹೀಟ್ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ಡ್, the amount of heat required by the body, amount of heat required by the body to rise its temperature, to rise its temperature, to rise its temperature through 1 degree, through 1 degree. ಸೊ ಇನ್ ಜನರಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಏನಂತ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕಿಲ್ಲಿ, ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ವಸ್ತುವಿಗೆ ನಾನು 1 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ರೈಸ್ ಆಗಬೇಕಂದ್ರಾಗ ಎಷ್ಟು ಹೀಟನ್ನು ಪ್ರೊವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಹೀಟ್ ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟಿ ಆರ್ ಥರ್ಮಲ್ ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟಿ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಹೀಟ್ ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟಿ ಇಸ್ ಥರ್ಮಲ್ ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟೀಸ್ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಆನ್ ವಾಟ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಹಿಯರ್. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ಐ ಟುಕ್ ದಟ್ 2 ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಬಾಡಿ, ನಾನು ಎರಡು ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಆದಂತಹ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟನ್ನು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಲೈಕ್ ದಟ್ one is copper I can consider, one is iron I can take it here, right? So these two objects having that same mass, mass is 5 kg, here also mass is 5 kg. ಇಲ್ಲಿನ ಮಾಸ್ ಏನು ತಗೊಂತೀನಿ? 5 kg ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂತೀನಿ. Now I want to supply certain amount of heat. For example, look at here. Initially temperature of this object is 5 degrees Celsius and this object also having the same temperature 5 degrees Celsius. I want to raise this temperature from 5 to 10 degrees Celsius. This is also 5 to 10 degrees Celsius. how much amount of heat is required, I want to consider whether these two body will absorb same amount of heat or different amount of heat. ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡು ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ನ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ಒಂದು ಕಾಪರ್ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಐರನ್ ನ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಬಟ್ ಎರಡು ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ನ ಮಾಸ್ ಏನಿದೆ, ಸೇಮ್ ಇದೆ. ಇನಿಷಿಯಲ್ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಎರಡು 5 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಸೆಲ್ಸಿಯಸ್ ಇದೆ. ನಾನು ಈ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ನ 5 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಸೆಲ್ಸಿಯಸ್ ಇದ್ದದನ್ನ 10 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಸೆಲ್ಸಿಯಸ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದಾಗ ಎರಡೂ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ಗಳು ಸೇಮ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಹೀಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತೋ ಅಥವಾ ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಹೀಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತೋ. ದಟ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಹೀಟ್ ಅಬ್ಸಾರ್ಪ್ಷನ್ ಈಸ್ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಅಪಾನ್ ದ ನೇಚರ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೀಟ್ ಅಬ್ಸಾರ್ಬ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು ಯಾವುದರ ಮೇಲೆ ಡಿಪೆಂಡೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ದಟ್ ಹೀಟ್ ಅಬ್ಸಾರ್ಪ್ಷನ್ ಈಸ್ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಅಪಾನ್ ದಟ್ ನೇಚರ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಹೀಟ್ ಅಬ್ಸಾರ್ಬ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು ಯಾವುದರ ಮೇಲೆ ಡಿಪೆಂಡೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ನೇಚರ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸಿನ ಮೇಲೆ ಡಿಪೆಂಡೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಕಾಪರ್ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ಸ್ ದಟ್ ವೆರಿ ಲೆಸ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಹೀಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಟು ದಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಐರನ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಐರನ್ ಮತ್ತು ಕಾಪರ್ಗೆ ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಕಾಪರ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಕಡಿಮೆ ಹೀಟನ್ನು ಅಬ್ಸಾರ್ಬ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಇದ್ರ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ದೆನ್ whatever the amount of heat you are supplying for same mass of the object, ಎರಡು ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟಿನ ಮಾಸ್ ಏನು ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸೇಮೇ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. then amount of heat is directly proportional to what? The amount of heat is directly proportional to temperature difference here, right? If I remove that proportionality sign, I will get that proportionality constant. That proportionality constant I will write it as H here. dq is equal to H into dt, where H represents that heat capacity or thermal capacity. H ಏನನ್ನ represent ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ, H represents that heat capacity or thermal capacity. This equation I can rewrite it. So H is equal to dq by dt. This is the required expression for heat capacity or thermal capacity here. So what is that heat capacity or thermal capacity here? Amount of heat required by the body to rise its temperature through 1 degree, we can call it as heat capacity. What is the SI unit here? So heat is measured in terms of joule. So temperature we can consider, so temperature in terms of Kelvin, joules per Kelvin or joules per degree Celsius we can consider. Okay, hope you know about this heat capacity. Now so we got that mean of that heat capacity. Now individually I know that specific heat capacity as well as heat capacity. I want to find that what is the relation between heat capacity as well as specific heat capacity. In order to understand that relation, first I can come to know that what's the difference between heat capacity and thermal heat capacity or heat capacity or specific heat capacity, right? Sorry, I want to find that what is that difference between heat capacity and specific heat capacity. While defining the concept of heat capacity, I said that amount of heat required by the body to rise the temperature through 1 degree, right? Whereas in case of specific heat capacity, I said amount of heat required to rise the temperature of unit mass of the substance. I said it means that for particular mass of the body, how much heat is required. For example, specific heat capacity, S is equal to dq divided by m into dt. For example, here I will take one body, mass of the body is 1 kg and I want to rise the temperature through 1 degree. How much heat is required? For example, 5 joules of heat is required. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು heat require ಇದೆ ರೀ, 5 joules heat require ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೋರಿ. 5 divided by mass ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ ರೀ, 1 kg. Temperature 1 degree rise ಆಯಿತು. Then specific heat capacity, so that is 5 joules per kg Kelvin or per kg degree Celsius we can consider. ಇಲ್ಲಿ next, instead of 1 kg, if I take 2 kg, ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟಿನ ಮಾಸ್ 1 kg ಬದಲು ಏನು ತೊಗೊಂಡಿನ್ರಿ, 2 kg ತೊಗೊಂಡಿನ್ರಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಸ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆದಂಗೆಲ್ಲ ಹೀಟನ್ನ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, heat is also require 10 joules here. heat ಎಷ್ಟು ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ ಆಯ್ತು ರೀ, 10 joules. ಸೇಮ್ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕ್ ಹೀಟ್ ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟಿನ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ವಿ. ಸೊ ಡಿ ಎಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ಡಿ ಕ್ಯೂ ಎಷ್ಟಾಯ್ತು ರೀ, 10 joules. ಮಾಸ್ ಎಷ್ಟಾಯ್ತು ಇಲ್ಲಿ, 2 kg. ಅಗೇನ್ 5 joules per kg Kelvin ಬೇಕಾಯಿತು. ಅದರ ಅರ್ಥ ಏನಿಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕ್ ಹೀಟ್ ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟಿ ಇಸ್ ರಿಮೇನ್ಸ್ ಸೇಮ್. ಎದಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕ್ ಹೀಟ್ ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟಿ ಸೇಮ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ? ವೈ? ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕ್ ಹೀಟ್ ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟಿ ಡಿಫೈನ್ಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದಟ್ ಪರ್ ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಮಾಸ್. ಡಿಡ್ ಯು ಗೆಟ್ ಮೈ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್? ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕ್ ಹೀಟ್ ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟಿ is remains same for different mass, whereas heat capacity is different for different mass of the body. Now mathematically I want to find that what is that relation between heat capacity and specific heat capacity. I want to find that relation between heat capacity and specific heat capacity. Let me write about that relation between heat capacity and specific heat capacity. Specific heat capacity. Okay, we know that equation for heat capacity. So heat capacity is given by heat capacity is given by heat capacity H is equal to dq by dt we can consider. Now whereas from specific heat capacity, what is the equation for specific heat capacity? S is equal to dq divided by m into dt, right? dq is equal to, shall I write it as m into s into dt here? Wherever dq is there, I will take that s into m into dt. From specific heat capacity, from specific heat capacity concept, we can consider dq is equal to s into m into dt, right? From specific heat capacity I can write as dq is equal to s into m into dt. Now this dq value I will substitute in equation 1. Look at here, put equation 2 value in equation 1. I want to substitute that equation 2 value in equation 1. Look at here, h is equal to, wherever dq is there, shall I write it as a s into m into dt? S into m into dt divided by dt. Here dt term will get cancelled out. That heat capacity is equal to specific heat capacity into mass we can consider. Look at here, so we are deriving that relation between heat capacity and specific heat capacity. H is equal to dq by dt. Wherever dq is there, I will just write it as s into m into dt. H is equal to s into m into dt divided by dt. dt term will get cancelled out. H is equal to s into m we can consider, whereas heat capacity is equal to specific heat capacity into mass we can consider. So hope you know about these things. Next we can